The legendary Lidl Bakery. An entire wall of sweet treats and savory snacks, all for under £1 each. It might be hard for you to tell, but I'm actually an American, which means if I'm gonna eat a giant pretzel, I need cheese sauce. It's not the nuclear orange gas station nacho cheese, but it'll have to do. And it smells pretty good. Little lighter in color than the pretzels of my childhood memories, but those giant salt chunks are a blast of nostalgia. I was worried about the textures, but that smooth skin and chewy dough are spot on. Maybe ever so slightly dry, but that's what the cheese is for. The thinner part drier, crispier than the fatter part, but it's still so good, and that cheese sauce is just what it needs. I was thinking mini pizza, but the receipt says this is a pesto focaccia. Fancy. Tomatoes super sweet, a little acidic. Cheese is creamy and soft. Pesto, not the richest or freshest tasting, but what do you expect, and it does the job. It's certainly not just there for show. Only downside is the dough is a little bit too glooby and under for me, probably on purpose. Now on to the sweets. I grabbed this one because I think it's the prettiest thing they have. Not quite Krispy Kreme soft, but very light. The filling's nearly identical to Nutella, the slight glaze is kinda dry and unnoticeable, but you can definitely taste that chocolate dip. Pastel de nata, or as I call it, egg tart, with puff pastry instead. That is dangerously delicious. I could eat way too many of those. I'm sure you could hear how flaky that pastry is. Custard's more on the eggy side, which I like. This is nearly perfect, just a little too sweet. For me, the best brownies come from a Betty Crocker instant mix. Super thick dry ones, not for me. Super sloppy battery ones, not for me. This one looks like it's in the middle, so I'm hopeful. It's a fudgy one. Rich and chocolatey, but it's that flavor when you lick the spoon. A tiny taste of batter is fine. I don't want to eat a brick of it. I love an apple turnover. Sometimes when you buy them, they have cinnamon, sometimes they don't, and I definitely prefer it with. My favorite's when they're like a fancy McDonald's apple pie. The pastry could do with being a bit more crispy. The apples are pleasantly tender and not oversweet. Plus, it's my lucky day. There is some cinnamon in there. Not quite enough, but it's nice. Hopefully, you can find it in your heart to forgive me, because I've forgotten to brew myself a cup of coffee, which is what I think a pastry like this is crying out for as accompaniment. Black, of course. Oh, that is delectable. Not the crispiest pastry on this one either, but I don't think you want it to be here. It's the candied pecans that provide that slight crunch. The maple filling is generous and rich, and I am kicking myself for not brewing a cup first. That's all for this time. I have to say I'm really impressed with Lidl's bakery, especially for these prices. Do you go there often? Let me know, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more Super Yummy Munchie Cat.